Very well acquainted with Cup glory in recent years, SuperSport United will be looking to perhaps offset their underwhelming league showing with success in the Nedbank Cup as they pay a visit to the Northwest for a last 16 showdown with First Division Platinum City Rovers. A very warm welcome to you from Olen Park in Potchefstroom. It's a pleasure to be in your company for this Nedbank Cup action with quarterfinal qualification front and center. Been a very pleasant day here and expecting that to continue into the evening. Well, these two sides are seeking to join Mamelodi Sundowns, Marumo Gallants, the University of Pretoria, Royal AM and Chakuma Chamati Bandila, the latter, the most recent qualifiers after they dispatched Sininkani 3-0 earlier today. Well, the side walking out are making their maiden appearance in the Gladys Championship this term. Platinum City Rovers are perhaps now looking to augment what's already been a fairly successful campaign as a fully fledged pro club with a deep cup run that's standing in their way. A pedigreed foe, SuperSport United are 5-time winners of the National Cup. 3 times they've claimed it under its current guise. They also form part of an exclusive club of sides who have won it twice in a row. And after a dismal run since last winning it in 2017, Matsatsansa finally got the monkey off their back with a slender win in the last 32. Now looking at their opposition, 4 changes for Rovers from the side that went down 2-0 to Tuks in their last Gladys Championship match. Tabiso Mapitsela has been resigned to a few league appearances this term, but he is the preferred cup keeper. Opamanyisa comes in to make only his 5th start of the season. He was in the 11 for the round of 32, though. The other changes see Letlohonola Mojela and Joseph Panyana introduced. William Shongwe is alongside me to run us through the formation.
Well, the experience of the 2 central defenders of Platinum City Rovers will be key. I'm talking of Mufukeng and Shaku at the back, but also Opamanyisa, who we know will be key, not only defensively, but also looking for the right passes to find the runners up front.
Matesko Macheke, the assistant coach, but Ashwin Sutton sitting in the stands choosing to give his understudies an opportunity at this level. Now looking at SuperSport United, they just make 1 change from the side that managed a 2-0 win of AmaZulu in the league. Jamie Webber, the only casualty, stepping in for him. Sililelo Rasibocha, the academy product, has been doing a fine job this season. He started 4 in a row just before the Christmas break, but he's sat out the past couple. Aubrey Ngoma and Sfiso Ngobeni, who both made their first starts against Usutu, are again installed from the beginning this evening.
If there's one way that you can apply so much pressure that the National First Division side cannot come out is by increasing the movement of the defenders. I'm talking Ngobeni and Phillips, but if you look at the 4 players up front, Reynolds, Lungu, Gabuza and Ngoma are all very quick. So it'll be a question of how does Rovers maintain the pressure.
Caetano Tembo knows that he has a very tough job on his hand, despite his side having drawn a Gladys Championship outfit in the last 32. The match referee for today, Victor Tlungwani, he'll be assisted by Kenny Mamegwa and Tamaka Sepati. Well, for Banyana, it is a first start of the season, having made several appearances off the bench. Opamanyisa is the man they'll be expecting to pull the strings for this Platinum City Rovers outfits. And at the back, Mofokeng partnered with Ololeng Shaku, seeking to keep out the dangerous Tamsanqa Gabuza and Ikram Reyners, who's just recently been getting a real taste for goals, both in the Cup and finally breaking his duck in the DStv Premiership with SuperSport United as the visitors get themselves on the front foot early here at Olen Park. And Ikram Reyners immediately into the action. He's kept this one alive for Matsatsansa. Big opportunity! Oh, that's thrashed in by Rasibocha. His first goal for SuperSport United, and it's a cracker!
Unbelievable. That is a great strike for a player that has hardly seen action. Obviously, we've seen him a little bit now and then in the DDC challenge. But to start your professional career for the first team in this fashion is just incredible. But it started with the goalkeeper's mistake. He couldn't deal with the high cross, Mabitsela. Playing with 2 up front, SuperSport. Lungu normally comes up a little to the right-hand side as a winger. But today, look at the pressure he creates there to the goalkeeper. In fact, it's Reyners who delivers perfectly into the part of Rasbocha, who did very well composed in front of goal before he unleashed this powerful shot.
Yeah, credit to Ikram Reyners for keeping that ball alive and not giving up the chase. Rasbocha, not quite an open goal. Yes, the goalkeeper was stranded, but there were still defenders positioned back there. He went for power and it came off for him.
I wonder how this will do to Mabitela's confidence, you know, to concede this early against the top side.
Well, he may concede again. That's a last-ditch intervention from Sibejo, and it was incredibly crucial that he did make that touch.
Question is, did he make contact with the ball, or did he only make contact with the SuperSport striker? Because that, for me, has different implications.
Well, Kampani Lungu's still down. In fact, they're both hauling themselves off the turf now, although Jones seems to be limping just a little bit.
Okay, it's Lungu that actually kicks Sibego.
Now, Wagaba, having won the free kick, takes it. And from that kind of distance, he really needed to generate a lot more power.
Tell you something that also maybe the coach didn't mention right from the beginning. Yes, on this near side, it's very hard. And the ball is going to be very bumpy. But the other side, it's actually a little bit heavy. There's a lot of grass on top. So the players have got to adjust to both conditions of the same field.
Ndlovu giving chase here. Ronan Williams will be put under a little bit of pressure. He's dealt with that comfortably. Keenan Phillips takes the ball forward. Ikram Reyners, having supplied that assist, can't find a route forward this time around. Good to see Keegan Johannes back in the mix. He's found Reyners. Nice deft touch from him and a lovely combination. And then Jesse Don, who's been finding the back of the net recently. How's it going?
He's developed a very nice test of what it feels like to score a goal. I mean, that was a little bit ambitious from what it looked like, but let me tell you, if you've scored goals in recent time, you begin to feel that you are a superman, that you can score just about everywhere.
Now Kapuza goes for goal, and that was a lovely cushion take from him. Barely any backlift on the shot and just whizzed over the crossbar. SuperSport United looking for a 2-goal advantage, a quarter hour into this tie.
He knew exactly what he was trying to do, Gabuza.
Now that's been well won by Aubrey Ngoma. Like any fashion here. Trying to lift it in towards Gabuza. They like to settle for a corner. It's Aubrey Ngoma quickly bursting into a danger area after pouncing upon that. A man who has 3 Nedbank Cup goals himself. Ngoma all for Cape Town City during that terrific spell he enjoyed with the Citizens. Ikram Reyners taken it quickly. Ngoma tasked with whipping it towards the back post, and still it may go in. Pandemonium at the back, and eventually Rovers scramble it clear. There could be a bigger problem here for SuperSport United. Yeah, Johannes went tumbling down. It looked quite awful, that first viewing.
But he did well to at least get the ball back into play, which Gabu's obviously narrowly missing it from with the bar coming to the rescue of the City Rovers.
There's Gabuza again. He spotted just a sight of goal, and I think the block was a crucial one. It appeared to be on target. Goalkeeper may have had it covered though. So this young lad really knows how to hoist them in. Plenty of space to back into.
Yeah.
Good throw from Phillips. Jesse Don arriving. Nice take from Mwagaba. Vilakazi steering it through, but it's well read by Ngubeni. Good feet to get away from his man. Ngoma. Decent shape on that cross as well. Gabuza was waiting. Yes, Ikram Reyners took his eye off it. There's the attentions of Mashele, and that one does loop behind for yet another SuperSport United corner.
Earlier on, Phillips takes this, the throw in, and you speak about the back space for him to run to. I can't help but think of the Mill Park Stadium, where he hardly had much when he was still there. You can't actually measure where the ball is. Sometimes in trying to get the shot, you get too much underneath.
Now Gabuza! And getting down low is Mabitsela to thwart him. It was Jesse Don who picked it up in the midfield, quickly dispensed to Ikram Reyners. It was the speed that caught out Bulawani City, or Platinum City Rovers rather, after their original mistake. Early in the season, they might have been dreaming of top-flight football. Now resigned to a spot in the mid-table. There's Jesse Don, pulls the trigger, forces a great save.
Woo. Man, oh man, from almost like a standing position, only just one step forward. A thunderbolt came at goal. Matimela or Mabitsela might have seen it late. He just gets a hand to it over the bar. But that is a great shot. Look at that.
Something's clicked recently with Jesse Don, clearly. Just in terms of that desire to get goals. Something he's added to his game. He might not have felt at some point that perhaps that was one of the roles, the burdens that he should be shouldering, but now he certainly feels that way. Oh, brilliant from Ditloko with the header, and then having headed the initial attempt into the ground, he heads that one over from close range.
Yeah, it's a great moment for SuperSport when it comes to set pieces. Rovers seems to be struggling a bit to defend those. In 6s and 7 is the goalkeeper and his defender.
Oh, he's dispensed that wonderfully well to Ikram Reyners. Aubrey Ngoma now, and still Ngoma going on and bundled over in the area. Victor Tlongwane feeling there's no other choice but to point for the spots.
There was a delayed reaction though. I think he wanted to think about it, whether was it that genuine for him to point to the sport, but eventually
you know what, it's immaterial whether we feel the ball was going to be running away from Ngoma. There was no legitimate effort from Zibeho to play it, I think.
In fact, he bumps him off his run to get through ball. That's why we'll never know whether he would have gotten there. But clearly there was some form of contact.
And the man tasked with sticking this one away is Tamsanqa Gabuza. Oh, the big man has been denied. Mabitsela makes amends for his very early mistake that resulted in the opener with a fine save to thwart Gabuza. Well, they haven't been doing well from 12 yards, have SuperSport United. Jamie Webber missed not too long ago.
Listen, it's a good save.
And with that, the first half comes to a close. SuperSport United scored very early into proceedings, and they've since mustered another 11 shots that haven't been able to rattle the back of the net after Rasebocha did inside a minute. Jesse Don's been influential. He's had a few cracks at goal. That SuperSport United, despite their attacking dominance, have only the slenderest of advantages here in the Northwest Province, as Glen Africa Championship side Platinum City Rovers keep themselves in the reckoning. They would like to prolong their cup dream against one of this tournament's big guns in SuperSport United. It is the visitors and the top flight side who hold the advantage at the moment though. Welcome back to the Olen Park Stadium in Potchefstroom, where Platinum City Rovers, the hosts from the Glandavika Championship, are trailing top flight SuperSport United by a 0-0. Sililo Rasibocha profiting from the quick thinking of Ikram Reyners inside the first minute to net the opening goal, and that's how the score has remained since then. Although SuperSport United had plenty more opportunities to go further ahead. Kabuza hitting the woodwork about midway through the first half. Ditlokwe had several headers from set pieces that he just couldn't convert. And still, the hosts remain in it. Anything is possible in the Cup of Dreams, Mr. William Shongwe.
Taking into consideration what happened against Kune, I think that's what they'll be having in the back of their minds. SuperSport is going to do themselves a favor by wrapping up this game, because it'll become very challenging. We spoke about the altitude factor, which I'm not too sure whether City Rovers will fare any better, but it's a situation that they've been a number of times. Maybe they'll have some form of advantage going forward, but it's a game that is open for the taking.
So one point that I purposefully omitted in our brief wrap of what transpired in the first half was the penalty awarded to SuperSport United. Gabuza's take saved by Mabitsela. And our touchline reporter, Fiso Mazibuko, said at half-time that Opomanyisa had pointed in the right direction for the save to be made. Obviously a long-time former teammate of Gabuza, and that's an incredibly interesting dynamic to add to the layers of this game.
Listen, it has worked for me in the past. I had a colleague of mine, but the one that stood out the most was when I was at Orlando Pirates. Enes Makanya, the late, may saw rest in peace. He knew just about all the players in the league.
Manisa calm in possession, found Vilakazi, and City Rovers looking to get moving again. SuperSport United do have the ball. Lovely feet, and then through to Phillips. Cut back by the fullback, may still land for Rasibocha. Now his efforts over. Full of confidence though.
If only the approach would have been the same as of that strike that ended up in a goal earlier. Hit it with the laces. This time he tried to side-foot it. And we've seen Gabuza also trying that one, ball skying over the bar. And for him as well, I mean, I can't help but think of Throstler's goal against Orlando Pirates of Chiefs. That ball was rolled back in that fashion, and he laced it so beautifully that he hit the target, but also, yes, Bonjane was told about it.
Nice way of putting it. Aubrey Ngoma steers that one upfield. It's well intercepted. Now Shaku. Vilakazi. Sebejo.
He's had a good game in that middle of Vilakazi.
Yeah, yes.
Anchoring things just in front of the back four.
Katlehong-born midfielder combining with Opomanyisa this evening. Here he is again.
Sets the pace. Like I said, there are moments where they can play transition football. They can play behind the defensive line, but there's also moments where they build up, and he's the one that basically comes out with that decision to say, okay, now let's build up.
Wow, chance to measure the shots, and it was a little bit of a weak effort from Wagaba. He does have 4 goals to his name this term.
He's the other goal scorer beside Tabi Sonkwane.
Yeah.
That has hit a good amount, and yes, but the man that I'm sure they'll miss so much, and I'm sure Tabiso himself will be thinking himself, what a pleasure it would have been to play against SuperSport, the team that he was at the development structures alongside the Ronan Williams.
Yeah, and played plenty of seasons for them. Of course, he featured in that side that won the final in 2012. He got them through to the final with the only goal against Jomo Cosmos, yeah,
a
in the semi.
spectacular goal at that, not just an ordinary goal.
It's a rather robust challenge, and Victor Tlongwane is ruled in favor of the hosts. I'm not quite sure why Victor Tlongwane is pleading his innocence. He's well aware of what he's done.
The thing is, there's inconsistency when it comes to this decision.
Oh my goodness, that was close. And De Klokwe again is the man who rises in the area and just can't get it on target. I think only one of his 4 headers has been on target so far.
Great position, but he just can't direct his header. I mean, there was pressure on him, but not to an extent whereby it could have upset him to maybe head that ball out. He just can't direct the ball towards goal.
Yeah, and his centre-half partner, Johannes, is absolutely incensed because he was right behind him.
Yeah.
We'll bring Goma to deliver. Oh, he's found an unmarked Johannes that time around.
De Klokwe gets himself into the referee's book for obstructing the goalkeeper from delivering early.
Silly way to go into the book. Yeah, silly from De Klokwe. Man who made his 50th DStv Premiership start against Royal AM 2 games back. So, Honors Mobasera, a veteran Zimbabwean, is the man who will be making his way on now, and Aubrey Ngoma withdrawn.
So the question is, where is he more likely to fit in? We know Ngobeni has been playing that left foot position, but I think what will happen, Ngobeni will be pushed a bit more forward because he's more mobile.
Now Lungu gets it in. Big collision between the goalkeeper and Gabuza. Now he feels he has had a right to go for the ball and had eyes for it only, and he has absolutely clattered Smabitsela. I wonder if that missed penalty is just lingering in the back of his mind. Well, they timed everything right there. The initial ball through for Lungu, and then I think Gabuza behind the ball when it was played in, so not offside either. Okay, plenty to report on in terms of changes, with Lucky Mashele making way for Madonsela. He's the man we hadn't initially spotted when we were surveying the touchline. And then there'll be the introduction of Eric Nklaba. He's a former Mamelodi Sundowns Academy product. Banged a lot of goals for them in the Reserve League. It appears as though Opamanyisa is the man to make way. And in the final change, we confirm for you, coming off the Tlohonolo Mojela, and on for him, the former Baraka man that you referenced a little earlier on Tepoko Sodi. Here's Gabuza. Rasibocha. His goal separates the two. Lungu looking to wrap it up, and Mabitsela, you have to say, since the jitters in the opening seconds when he let the ball get away from him and conceded from it, since then he's been absolutely marvelous. Platinum City Rovers hit the side netting through William Khadebe. Ronwen Williams once more is demanding more from his teammates as they defend their slender lead. And that's it. SuperSport United have got the win. It perhaps wasn't the prettiest at times, and they weren't able to drive home their advantage after Rasiboche got the early goal. A cracking strike, his first in SuperSport United colours, the side that he's grown up with, and it would have meant an awful lot to him. But they certainly could have made the game safe on more than one occasion, and most certainly should have from the penalty spot late in the first half. But this man denied Tamsanqa Gabuza and plenty of others in SuperSport United white. SuperSport United, for the first time since 2016-17, when they won it, advanced to the quarterfinals, but it was a close run affair. They win 1-0 over Platinum City Rovers.